Alright, now today we are reacting to Steam's worst malware dev finally arrested. Now, I've heard a little bit about this. I'm not gonna act completely oblivious to it, but from what I know, they caught that boy through like DoorDash and on some goofy shit. Like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta move a little more tactical when you beefing with Steam and like, for me, companies of billions of dollars to, find you.
A 21-year-old in Florida just found out what happens when you try to turn the world's biggest gaming platform into your personal bank account. For nearly 2 years, a group of criminals used Steam as a launch pad to infect thousands of computers, drain hundreds of thousands of dollars, and ruin lives in real time. In March of 2026, the FBI took the step of issuing an urgent public warning to Steam users. They begged victims to step forward. Behind the scenes, federal agents were silently building a massive case. This week, that investigation exploded into a full-scale federal raid. The FBI officially arrested and charged a suspect named Zaire Wilkins. We are talking about infected indie games and a hilariously lazy mistake involving a food delivery app. The FBI managed to crack open one of the most sophisticated Steam malware cases by tracking the suspect's late-night Uber Eats orders. Today, we are breaking down exactly how this operation worked, how these developers bypassed Steam security, and the way the government caught them. Steam hosts over 100,000 games, so while Valve does their best to police the platform, bad actors are constantly looking for a weak point, which is where hijacking developer accounts turned into a big problem. Between May 2024 and January 2026, a group of developers found a massive vulnerability in how Valve reviews game updates. These developers launched a series of small, incredibly generic indie games. Some of these games were built using basic, pre-made assets.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's why low key, you're not gonna catch me downloading no game that's like one of the. For one, if nobody, I mean, these be these low key. Like, I can't talk today, but these be these low key games that people be like, "Yo, bro, I just found this really niche, low key underground game. Like, we should play it." Damn, that's so crazy. But like, low key though, can't lie. It's not really something to be scared about when it comes to these bigger games because there's not that many entry points for hackers to really manipulate.
On the surface, they looked like low-budget indie projects. They were functional enough to pass Valve's initial security checks and get published on the official Steam store. But this is where the trap was set. Once a game was live on Steam, the developers would push out a standard update. To the average player, these updates just seemed like simple patches. This
Right.
malware was designed to run silently in the background, completely invisible to standard antivirus programs. The moment a player launched the updated game, the malicious code would immediately begin crawling through their system. It harvested saved browser cookies, autofilled data, account
Ooh.
passwords, two-factor authentication tokens.
Bro, that means if you're on your computer, which I'm pretty sure everybody's logged into like their emails or you feel me, their bank account information. Basically any sensitive information that you have on your computer is compromised, which is pretty insane thinking about it. Cause like you're used to like not visiting such websites and things that are super obvious that will give you malware, but this is like low key kind of frightening. It's pretty scary. I'm glad they caught that nigga. I'm glad they got him out. I'm glad they got him out the streets, gang. Not gonna lie, bro. You feel me? He cannot be. He don't ever let him out. Never.
And most importantly, local cryptocurrency wallets
Damn.
and
I didn't even
privacy
think about
phrases.
crypto.
While some of these games had incredibly low player counts, sometimes even under 10 players, they didn't need
Bro, all it take is one though. That's what people not understanding. All it take is one.
millions of downloads to be highly profitable. They only needed a few of the right targets. The developers aggressively promoted these games across Discord, Telegram, X, and LinkedIn. According to the official 15-page federal criminal complaint, the hackers managed to infect approximately 8,000 individual devices and gain
Sheesh.
unauthorized access to 80 cryptocurrency wallets. In total, they
Sheesh.
stole at least $220,000. One of the most devastating examples of this occurred live on stream. A streamer named Rostaland TV was running a live charity stream to raise money for his cancer treatment. During the broadcast, he downloaded and launched Block Blasters. The moment the game executed, the background malware instantly detected his local cryptocurrency wallet, and within minutes, $32,000 in funds was drained directly out of his wallet.
Ah, man, bro. See, that's the thing. When it comes to scamming, bro, people be like, oh, like, even like girls be like, where all my scamming ass niggas at? Bro, they're over here stealing $32,000 from kids with cancer. That's where they're at. And it's like, you always think about it like, oh, like, people always think about scamming like, oh, they're going to get their money back. And in some cases, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'd call, like, harmless scamming. Even though it's not harmless because you're still like highly inconveniencing that person by taking all that bread, but it's just, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy to me, bro. That like stealing from a kid with cancer, bro. Like God, like it's usually old people, terminally ill people raising money. Those are the people that get taken advantage of, and bro, that's it just makes you sad, bro. Like it's sad to think of, bro.
This brings us to the federal investigation. In March of 2026, the FBI released a public seeking victim information portal. They worked directly with Valve to identify everyone who had downloaded the infected titles. Although the games were already removed from Steam at this point, Valve sent out warning emails directly to affected accounts. At the time, some people assumed the hackers were safe, operating out of some far-off country with no extradition treaty. The reality was different. While the FBI was doing their investigation, federal agents executed a search warrant on the residence of the group's primary developer. When they seized his electronic devices, they uncovered a goldmine of evidence. They found encrypted signal chat logs with a user named Siebel ETH. Siebel was the mastermind financing the entire operation. In one chat, records showed Siebel ETH paying $10,000 in cryptocurrency to purchase a highly advanced remote access Trojan program. The developer and Siebel ETH spent months discussing how to run their malicious draining campaigns, coordinating which social media platforms to target, and celebrating their successful thefts. The primary developer was caught red-handed, but the FBI still had a massive problem. Siebel ETH was seemingly using highly encrypted messaging apps and doing everything he could to remain completely anonymous. So to trace Siebel back to a real name and physical address, the FBI had to follow the money. This is where some people often believe that cryptocurrency makes them completely invisible. They think that as long as they don't deposit the money directly into a traditional bank, the government can't touch them. But the blockchain is public. Every transaction is recorded, and the FBI has some of the best blockchain analysts in the world. Agents tracked the stolen Bitcoin flowing out of the victims' wallets and watched it land in a specific central wallet tied to the situation. From there, the hackers didn't send the money to a standard crypto exchange. Instead, they routed the funds to a website called BitRefill. BitRefill is a platform that allows users to purchase mainstream digital gift cards using various cryptocurrencies. The FBI discovered that Siebel ETH used the stolen cryptocurrency to purchase over 150 digital gift cards. The vast majority of those gift cards were for Uber Eats. The FBI immediately sent a subpoena to Uber. When Uber returned the records, everything fell into place. The gift cards purchased with the stolen crypto were registered to an Uber.
Bro, imagine getting caught scamming because you're too lazy to walk your ass or drive your ass to the restaurant to pick up food. But at the same time, though, he's probably in the mindset if he's like, yo, why would I waste my time going to the restaurant when I could use those 30 minutes to an hour to just keep on scamming and making more money, keep developing more malware to catch people. So, I mean, I don't know. But, like, at the same time, having anything coming to your house and you know that this money is like, for example, if you steal, let's say you steal $1 million, right? Hypothetically, you steal $1 million from, I don't know, a small town in Texas. And everybody knows that they don't know who stole it, but they know it's stolen. And you, out of nowhere, you just become a new customer. You start pulling up to that small little indie restaurant, and you start paying them $100, $100. Eventually, people are gonna catch on and be like, "Yo, he never comes here. He's not a regular." And now he's like spending all of this money when a lot of money just went missing. The dots just slowly start to connect, and after a while, bro, you're grits. Like after a while, you feel me? The FBI is just gonna be like thinking, they're gonna be like. let's get that nigga.
Account that had ordered deliveries to two very specific locations. First, a series of student housing addresses at the
Oh
University of
man.
West Florida. Second, a private residence in North Lauderdale, South Florida.
Oh
Both of these
man.
locations belong to one person,
He a Florida
Zaire
nigga. He a Broward
Wilkins,
County
a
nigga.
21-year-old college student. He had successfully deployed custom malware to thousands of computers.
Crazy thing about it, I don't know if he's smart enough to like, cause a lot of these people that when they get caught up doing shit like this, most of the time they get offered jobs. You feel me? Cause like he's what you'd call like a black. Whoa, that sounds crazy. But like there's like black and white hackers, black hackers, and I know he's black, so it's gonna sound crazy. They hack for like the like for like bad shit, and then the white hackers obviously they find what's wrong with like websites or applications, and they hit up the people and be like, yo, this is how you can strengthen your shit. But I don't know if this is like a smart enough ploy. He probably just got really lucky, but I don't know if this is a smart enough ploy. It definitely probably. I don't think this would ever happen again on Steam. So they're probably gonna let that nigga sit in jail. I'm not gonna lie. Plus the whole stealing 32,000 from a nigga with cancer, bro. Like that's not gonna sit well with any employer. I'm not gonna cap.
And had hundreds of thousands of dollars in stolen digital assets. Yet his late night food deliveries gave the FBI his exact home address. On Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, tactical federal agents descended on Wilkins' home in North Lauderdale. They executed a search warrant seizing his computers, phones, and hard drives. According to the arrest report, Wilkins refused to speak with law enforcement during the raid. When agents analyzed his overall crypto transaction history, they found he had sent or received a staggering $382,000. In the criminal complaint, an FBI agent noted that Wilkins had indeed tried to use privacy coins like Monero to cover his tracks. Following the raid, Wilkins was arrested days later on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. He made his first appearance in a Fort Lauderdale federal court the very next morning, and he is currently awaiting extradition to Washington State to face trial. He has been charged with conspiracy to obtain information by computer for private financial gain. Under federal law, this charge carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in federal prison.
Let's keep it a being. He's not sitting down for 10 years, bro. He's not.
Right now, Steam is incredibly accessible to indie developers. Anyone with $100 can pay the Steam Direct fee, upload a basic game, and get it listed on the storefront. While Valve does a great job checking the initial build of a game, they rely heavily on automated systems for updates. If a developer decides to push a malicious update weeks or months after launch, it can take days or even weeks for Valve to catch on. But it is great to see that one of the main people behind these malware games on Steam has been caught.
Damn, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's crazy, bro. If you enjoyed the video, though, subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a like. You feel me? Comment for the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We on live every day and Kick Monday through Friday. Let's get it. Boom.